Hi, friends. Welcome to Lucid Reflections Tarot Sessions and happy solstice. Today, the sun moves into Cancer, 0 degrees Cancer, cardinal water sign. It's the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice. So, I shuffled the deck and I asked for guidance about the overall energy of this summer and how we should direct our focus and our choices. I just pulled 3 cards and then I look at the bottom of the deck. So the first card I pulled is the Four of Pentacles. And I'm using the Herbal Tarot. Interesting card. My first thought when I saw this card was stability, structure, grounding, practicality. It's earth. The pentacles are earth. With the 4, and the number 4 is also earth. It's like the 4 legs of a table. It's not wobbling. It's firm. It's sturdy. It's stable. So building solid foundations. Also, the number 4, 4 out of 10, 4 is a smallish number. So we're starting to build a foundation. Maybe we've already got, we've got the vision, we've got the 1 of Pentacles, we're all the way up to 4, we've got the support of the 3 of Pentacles, and so we're really starting to build now. Also with the 4 of Pentacles on an emotional level, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a card of self-protection, is one way it could be taken, or protection in general in the sense of, if you think of like the father archetype or the emperor archetype, he's someone stable and sturdy, the provider, someone you can lean on, someone you can rely on. And this 4 of Pentacles is saying, how can we become this for ourselves? This is also echoing the North Node in Taurus right now. The South Node is in Scorpio. And so we're releasing areas where we've kind of leaned on others too much. Scorpio can describe ways that we've energetically merged with others, and that could be sharing emotions, that could be sharing finances, it could be receiving money from someone else, it could be depending on someone else for resources. And so this 4 of Pentacles is saying, okay, how can I become more independent? How can I stand on my own 4 legs? Because I'm a wild animal. How can I create and build a solid foundation for myself to feel secure and to feel protection, not in the sense of like as though, there is a threat that I need to protect myself from per se, but just, how can I have a shelter for myself? How, there's the cabin in the distance. How can I have all the things I need taken care of? How can I really lay down a solid foundation? So this summer has an overarching energy of building a solid foundation for myself. Myself meaning you, listener, also. Okay? I also pulled the Ace of Swords. And I kind of just pulled these 3 cards just to give a variety, of 3 different themes, 3 different energies. And so the middle card was the Ace of Swords. And Swords it's chamomile. Chamomile with the Ace of Swords together, calming the mind, soothing the mind. Chamomile, the nervine, soothing the belly, soothing the nervous system. The Ace of Swords, our mind. So kind of, it's a really nice breath of fresh air for the mind. Maybe clearing the mind out of excess worries or excess burdensome things is a really space for new ideas, new projects, starting new things, maybe related to this 4 of Pentacles. Maybe this Ace of Swords is having a vision or a new plan for how to build some security and stability independently. The Ace means that it's also a beginning, it's new, it's not something that we've done before. So it could be new insights, something new coming through in the mental realm. It could be, because it's combined with chamomile in this herbal deck, it makes me think that maybe there's something that's been weighing on our mind for a long time that we're going to find relief from. Maybe we'll have a new idea or a new way of seeing a situation this summer that opens up a new way of navigating life that we hadn't thought of before, we hadn't thought possible. Maybe in some ways we'd felt limited by our own beliefs or by our own stories of how life is. And this Ace of Swords is saying, wait, you can try out life this way. So any new inspiration, good new conversations, being open to meeting new people, to get ideas flowing, to have new perspectives on what's going on, reading books on new topics, any way of exposing yourself to new information, new ways of looking at things are all going to support your mind in expanding and in feeling at ease and at peace, a new, more peaceful way of seeing things. And as I said that, I had this image in my mind. I live at the bottom of a cliff, basically. It's a really steep hill, and my cabin is all the way at the bottom, but I can see the top of the hill from where I live, and across the street, the neighbors on the top of the hill just put a flag at the very top of the hill that has a peace sign on it. It's just this blue flag waving in the wind on top of this hill that I live at the bottom of, spreading peace through the air. It's like Tibetan prayer flags. This Ace of Swords with the chamomile, it feels like the energy of Tibetan prayer flags, just like feeling the prayers for deep truth and deep wisdom that comes with the deep ease of enlightenment, just spreading through our mind, washing through our mind, a gentle breeze of fresh air. Really beautiful energy, nice combination. And the third card I pulled was the Six of Pentacles. That's also really fun. The Six of Pentacles, to me, it just feels playful and sweet, and maybe there's something going on here where we're integrating, because the Six of Pentacles, I think it's kind of a youthful archetype. It's this archetype of sort of nostalgia and revisiting. It could be revisiting old friends even. This could be a good summer for just visiting friends. But what that is, it's not just, visiting friends. It's really visiting old parts of our own identity. And this Four of Pentacles, as a Taurus archetype for me, it almost feels like maybe there's a chance to revisit old parts of ourself through other people or through locations or experiences that we've enjoyed in the past. And yeah, it'll be nostalgic. It'll be kind of stepping into a life that we've already lived. And it'll also give us the chance to see contrast of who we are now and how we are now and how much we've grown, and to see like, oh wow, I remember when I used to really identify with the way that one friend perceives things, and now look how I've changed. Look at this contrast. I remember how I used to live my life when I lived in this place, and oh, it's so fun to revisit this place, and it's offering me the chance to contrast that with my values now and the way I live my life now. And I feel like in that space of contrast, it's sort of giving us the chance to start anew, see new things. To say like, okay, well, that's how I did it in the past. How do I want to do it now? What's changed in me that I want to start something new now? Or maybe there were revisiting old partners even, I could see with the Six of Pentacles, revisiting a life that I had built for myself 10 years ago or something, and revisiting the people who were a part of that life that I built, and maybe separating that emotional energy, or seeing how I'm thinking of the Scorpio South Node again, how I've disentangled myself from the ways that I had merged with those people, and how now I'm going about in a new way, and I'm focusing on creating a stable foundation for myself. So really sweet. And when I hold these three cards up together that I pulled to describe the summer right next to each other, we've got the Ace of Wands in between these two Pentacle cards. So it makes me think that there's like new perceptions, a new way of interacting with the mind that's a breath of fresh air, that's relieved from worries in some ways, that's seeing things in a new way. And in some ways this is informing how we're going to go about building something for ourselves that's stable and that's pentacles. So this air card is touching on both of these pentacle cards, this mental energy, the air elements, our ideas, our mind, our thoughts, is inspiring the earth, is saying, okay, how can I take these ideas and put them into action, really practical. So the bottom of the deck, it's the last thing I look at, we have lovely Temperance, Echinacea, immunity. Temperance, balance and integration. I think temperance, is when we've got some hot and we've got some colds, and we put it together, and then you get warm. And that's kind of how I'm feeling with this Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles revisiting the past, revisiting parts of myself. And this Ace of Swords as this breath of new fresh air, a new paradigm for me to hold, a new perception, a new story to tell about my own life. I'm retelling the story of my life now, to inform this Four of Pentacles, how I'm going to create a structured life for myself now. So the Temperance, it almost feels like it's an integration of the past with the present kind of a thing, the past with the future. How am I reconciling the contrast between who I've been, these people who I've loved, this life that I've lived. Now that with the Scorpio South Node, I'm having to let go. I'm having to release so much of what has been my foundation, what I have found an emotional pillar to lean onto in some way, or a structural pillar. Now that that is crumbling, how can I start anew for myself? So these are the themes that I see for me, and for hopefully it'll resonate with some of you. It's a general reading, so take what resonates with you, discard the rest. Hope this was supportive. If you would like a more personalized reading, feel free to reach me at prismclouds@gmail.com. In the description box below, I'll put my website, and I'll put my email address so you can contact me, and I'll put a link to donate on Venmo. Donations are always welcome. Thank you. Bliss out.